generative AI can create up to $180 billion in value for the real estate industry. That's what McKinsey has just published in one of their latest articles. And I want to dig into this because this is right up our alley at PlaceOS. So this article lists 4 areas this is going to impact. So Gen AI for customer engagement, Gen AI for creation tools. That can be things like virtually staging apartments and houses. Insights from unstructured data. That's really important to PlaceOS. We'll talk about that in more detail. And then coding solutions, using AI to create the solutions or using AI to build AI models. So this is something people are doing a lot of now since the latest OpenAI announcements to do exactly that. So for PlaceOS, I really like this quote. I'm going to read it directly. Tenant apps and dashboards are not merely the interaction channels, they themselves become data sources. So you can be using a tenant application such as a workplace application. PlaceOS has Workmate, and everything that you're doing in that application can be data that feeds a model that we can use to generate outcomes. That can be floor plans. We can generate floor plans based on what we know works best. So if you have a brand new building or a retrofit for a workplace, the layout, the number of rooms, the number of desks, where they're positioned, the catalog of spaces can all be generated by the AI model that we've been training with the user input data, both the hard data from utilization and the soft data from perhaps survey feedback. So that McKinsey article touches on many things we're doing at PlaceOS. We have 3 areas in particular that we're working on actively for AI. Firstly, it's chat-based user experiences. It allows me just to say, hey, I need a space for this many people at this time. Can you reference our schedules? And it finds the space and books it. We've built that, we're about to launch that, and we have some videos with demonstrations coming up. The second area is predictive analytics. We do a lot of historic analytics, how much the space is used, the desks, the highest performing assets, how many people have gone into this zone. Well, what about tomorrow? We want to know, how does this data help us predict what's going to happen tomorrow for space planning and utilization in the future? And then finally, computer vision. So we have a working prototype using camera technology on edge processing, meaning the video doesn't have to go back to a cloud service, just the data does. And this is doing object recognition and people counting, but more importantly, it's putting some context. What are the people doing in space? We can even get demographic information on age and sex and some security workflows. Are they wearing a backpack? Have they left a backpack somewhere? All of these things become input for automation and better user experiences in buildings. So check out what we're doing with AI. We're going to be making lots of announcements soon because we've been sort of doing this in stealth mode, but are ready to release a number of these things. And look at the McKinsey article about how this is going to impact the real estate industry on a larger scale.